Hello, everyone. It's Mark Welch, and today I'm going to be speaking about the importance of human rights in our society. I chose this topic because I've always loved history and political science, and human rights have always played a major role in our past, present, and future. So, human rights was obviously a topic that greatly intrigued me. Now, for a moment, just imagine a world without human rights, where all the personal freedoms and liberties that you enjoy every day are taken away. It's a pretty bleak outlook and is a life that I wouldn't want to live. Human rights play an important part in our society. Today, it is my goal to explain to you what exactly are human rights, distinguish who deserves human rights, and explain why they are important to our society. It is my belief that human rights are essential to building a prosperous society, and I hope that my speech today can convince you of that as well. First off, what exactly are human rights? Well, defined by the UN.org, human rights are rights that are inherent to all human beings regardless of status. Simply put, by being born on Earth, you are entitled to human rights. As Americans, you're probably most familiar with the Bill of Rights in the U.S. Constitution. These first 10 amendments lay out basic human rights that were the foundation for America in the beginning. However, in modern society, in 1948, we adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This document, adopted by the United Nations, lays out 30 human rights that are guaranteed in the modern world. These include such personal freedoms as freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of expression, freedom of press, freedom to peacefully assemble, from discrimination and slavery, and the freedom to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. They also lay out such rights such as the equality by law, no unfair trials or cruel punishment, trial by jury, and your right to marry who you love and own property such as your own home or business. Each country has adopted their own independent document on the topic. Now we must distinguish who deserves human rights. Human rights, as stated in the definition, are rights guaranteed to anyone born anywhere. Human rights are determined by the document adopted by the government and what they accept as the authority on the topic. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights that was adopted by the UN has been accepted by more than 40 countries. However, sometimes in society, we deem it appropriate to limit those rights, such as in the United States, for example, people who are convicted of felony crimes lose their right to vote. Other lawbreakers and criminals are sent to prison, which is a suppression of the right to privacy. We as a society have deemed these appropriate and believe it is okay to do so. An example that I've experienced personally is my mother. She immigrated to the United States during the 1970s to America, and since she's a German citizen and not an American citizen, we have deemed it appropriate to take away her right to vote. Now, finally, we must establish why human rights are important to our society. The basis of human rights are equality before the law. This creates a more level playing field and opens up opportunities for those who are less fortunate. An example is the right to an education. Education creates an atmosphere for personal growth and gives you the tools to be a contributing member to society. Education can be the difference between a life of hardship and a life of luxury. Other freedoms, such as the freedom of speech and expression, allow people to find themselves and pursue happiness. Another way you can pursue happiness with human rights is your right to marry who you love and own your own home or business. Human rights also prevent abuse of power by government agencies and corporations. Rights such as innocence until proven guilty, no cruel and unusual punishment, and right to a fair trial prevents human right atrocities. Human rights feed the soul and creates a sound, well-structured society. They increase morals and lead to more love for humanity. Now, in conclusion, human rights are crucial to creating a sound moral society. Today, we have learned several things. Human rights are rights that are inherent to every human being on earth, regardless of sex, race, nationality, orientation, or any other status. We have also decided that human rights apply to everyone unless it has been deemed appropriate by society to limit those rights. We have also described why human rights are important. They create a sound society in a world that we would like to live in. Plainly stated, human rights make the world a better place. Every day, people around the world have their human rights suppressed, and we as a global society must take steps to make sure that that doesn't continue. Today, I hope that you can walk away with a stronger belief that human rights are an important part of our society. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.